The soldiers are marching home as we begin the 11th episode of Tarentum, a country that is now known as Magna Graecia, in which after that chaotic war with the Romans in the previous episode, Magna Graecia is fully reunited. See? We've united all of them. A-L-L. So now as these soldiers return home to their positions, and with our newly acquired territory, which is the territories of the provinces of Campania, parts of Apulia, and a little bit of Campania, no, where we say Lucania, there you go. Yes, we acquired all of it. We were thinking about advancing to Latium, but we decided to advance no further because with Rome nearly out of manpower, had this war continued, we would have been fighting each other like exhausted boxers, as I remarked in the last episode. But look how many cohorts are there! There's 7 armies, and they got way more. Even if their morale is low, they still got their good generals. We could have pressed on, but we decided to go no further because we need 80,000 men to refill all of our cohorts. So both of us would have been exhausted, and it would just be a war of attrition. Even though in theory we could have captured this territory and lead all the way to Roma itself, but we decided to go no further. And as a result, Rome is down to 75 territories now compared to 104. It is now a regional power again. While we, the next time if we were to fight the Romans or elsewhere, will become a major power in the next major war. But enough about talking about war, because we just came out from a deadly conflict, and we have quite a bit of war exhaustion, which, especially the primary culture happiness, which is a bit of a problem, though I'll slowly go away in time, especially the tyranny and the aggressive expansion. But it is still a pretty stable country, I can give them that. And we'll be getting quite a bit of military experience because of the said war exhaustion and the cohort experience. But there is a possibility we may intervene in another front, down in Cyrenaica. 6 months, there's about to be a civil war because of their general of the first Stratos. He's over there. Traius Carini. And there's the second, we can assume, loyalist army, which they're too small. And this was the navy. This is our ally. They were supposed to contribute. They were supposed to contribute to the front. Had they sent all their armies and the navy to the Italian front, it would have been a difference maker, and we wouldn't take so much casualties against the Romans and their tribal allies. But, however, that man there, he's not just a man. He is a pretender. Yeah, he's second in line. This is the primary heir to become vassals. He's the uncle of the vassals, who's 70. Him, who's 54. The rebel man. He's corrupt, shrewd, steadfast, epileptic, which stuff will go down slowly but surely during the course of the Civil War, and is not popular, not by any stretch of imagination to me. But that man needs to be stopped. I cannot assassinate him because there's reasons, and plus he's got an army of 20,000. Cyrenaica cannot handle that much. Some of the territories may secede, but we will intervene. We gotta stop that rebel prince. So, I need at least 2 armies to go. Even though some of you others. What's the supply limit? Oh, you could fit them both. We're sending Archidamos and Archimedes. You will be going to the Cyrenaican front. Because in a few months' time, there's going to be a civil war, and we need you to stop them. You got the numbers, although we don't have the manpower, but we hope you could do it. Assist the loyalists as much as we can, if they ask us to intervene. And as for them, guard your new post. Now here is the beginning of a new mission line. So the Pearl of Magna Graecia. So we will focus on the infrastructure, embellish our capital, increase the food supply, develop maritime trade. Feels like we've done all of that. We fully united Magna Graecia, but now let's improve it in peace. Let's do it. So we have 1 out of 5 farming settlements, either that or Mediterranean sea trade. All port territories of Calabria. Yes, they're all cities, but no fortified areas. Fair enough. We do have one fortified area in Calabria, and it's there where we used it to retake Croton, the birthplace of Pythagoreanism. Cities that are fortified is what they ask for. Which can lead us to this. I mean these cities. Well, once we accomplish mission, I'll be sure to take those down because they cost money, you know. In this case, take them down now. We already have one. We have to build a fort here, here, and there. What's the most populous cities out of all? It's actually here. So we'll make this a new provisional capital. Loyalty will go up because we just moved them. And there's what? What have the Romans done to this city? There's no city buildings. No wonder why these people are unhappy. And a part of that was due to the war. Lower the fort maintenance. Keep the army and fleet maintenance up just in case if the Cyrenaican navy becomes disloyal as well. Don't build forts right now. Or farming settlements in Apulia. We already have one. Not two. Not two. There's one. How much do they cost in farming settlements? 87. You can reduce the price by lowering the build cost. Not to mention it gives the populist faction more influence, which, you know, this man's going to win the election in a couple of months. This is a man who could have served that term that I currently on, but we stole the election from him. And we don't want to increase Mediterranean needs to be, so let him get his. Right? Let him run the country. So we'll use that. So we'll use this to lower the build cost. It was 94 some odd. 79. Was it always 79? Civic faction empowered. Okay, it did reduce a bit. Remember, we have a disloyal guy, head of the family. Archimedes, well, he's plotting quietly. Whatever he's doing, let him do it. He's got the money. But unfortunately, no holdings, which I wish I gave him one, but he's a minor character. Wait a minute. Agatha. I recall he had a different last name. Fight it, yeah. They adopted him into the family. Well then. If only he were to get married and have children, despite the fact that he's a chaste man. You are adopted into this family that may soon go to extinction. Already married. I was about to say, let's safely assume that once she turns 16, I think she's the one that's going to marry Archimedes, but I can't use that option because we're not a monarchy. That's their business. And speaking of business, let's get it on. Let's get down to business. Order them to their new places. Get in your ships. Which better, we need to improve the Navy with more ships. And stronger ships too. And just remember, Britannia, though they fought well in the last war, they now pay tribute to us. And I'm sure one day we ought to let them go and make them a client state. Much like how we have with Etruria. That's another reason why Rome is reduced. Not only we took the territories of Magna Graecia from them, and also we gave these guys independence. But can we guarantee you? Yes, because Rome may attack you again one day. And if they do you wrong, we'll be sure to retaliate. I mean, they'll accept the alliance, but that's already too many relations, see? We're still the regional power. I mean, I like my allies. That was the coalition that defeated Rome. I still want to keep it that way. But wouldn't offering guaranteed take up another relations? But I'll give it to them simply for the sake of it. We gave them independence, and we want to guarantee it. And maybe one day, you will be a... They do not use diplomatics. You will be a tribal vassal to us. Yes, we liberated you. And I know our base, with the war exhaustion and aggressive expansion, we'll come back to you soon. We'll be sending our 2 strongest armies to Cyrenaica. We know your morale isn't at the best, but we need you. The food reserves are a bit subpar, but just wait, alright? Well, since you're relatively new, you don't have all the lower cohorts. For now, just to drill a bit, just to keep up with the military experience that we're gaining. No change in war exhaustion, fortunately. While we will make a bit more money. More so once we finish with the intervention of Cyrenaica. It's about to be 4 months, so 4 months, that's till April. It's going to be over the summer. We'll leave in May at once. If you're not using up the food here, just take what little food you can, then go on. And, let me see. Calabria. Nope, spices. We'll get more salt. Nope. Honey? Any honey? Nope. Guess base metals. No, not even it. Or just some cloth around because local tax reasons. Campania does not have any. Oh, and also another thing. Neapolis should be the capital here. Because this was historically a Italian city. So the Romans took it from them. And now they're united with us. Stuff we can export. This is good stuff. A lot more cloth, huh? Right back both of them. Surplus each province, that's even more local tax. Because we need to import stuff that helps us make more money. And that man's plotting quietly again. At least there is a theater, so that way... Hell, everybody's Roman here. This is a ethnically pure area. All these territories are Romans from there. No Italian. At a population culture simulation. Before to make them become Hellenic Italian. That'll take a few years. Not too long. Not to mention Romans migrating near from another country. And because of the circumstances with the Roman piece of business, we'll be sure to build a fort here just for future reference. So switch to Borderlands rather than culture simulation. Not worried about converting people to our culture at the moment. Borderlands, acquisition of wealth. Hold on. What's your... Do better on commerce. Better tax. Commerce. We leave at May, remember. Just get as much reinforcements and as much food as you can. We don't need your friendship, my term is about to end. Thank you for your generous offer. Despite the stability, they failed. Peres and Glaucias is going to cause a lot of trouble over there. Look at you, you're 24 and this is your heir. Well, to be fair, you don't have any children. And she's not pregnant. Wait a minute. I was about to say, that woman you're marrying is not a Greek. May? Where'd you find her in that part of the world? And yet you got a man who wants to be... Yeah, we know where his loyalties lie. Get to your ships. There's room for everybody. It's going to be a long sail. We don't have enough food for all of it, but we'll do what we can to stop them. Where is Syrian? Your Kari. There you go. That's where we'll be selling it to. If we can find a safe landing zone. If the Cyrenaicads invite us to the civil war that's about to erupt. Have that man right there. Just add more stability because we're about to have a new Archon. Here you go. We have a new Archon, and a civil war has erupted. There it is. We know where his capital is. It's over there, but it's a small rebellion. Thought we were expecting larger, but the Loyalists still have their navy and their weak army. I say weak because they got a pretty bad general who's suffering from the gout. And he's an old man. Can we help you in this sort of deal? Unless they'll call us. They still got the manpower, but in rebel territory they got less. Sailing by the Phrygian coast, past the storm. Alright. Guess that expedition's a bit longer than expected. And look, Sparta has fallen to the Phrygians. Now they're the true hegemon of Greece. With them and their allies, they cannot be stopped. All of Greece will bow before the Antigonids. This one is not under the sway of the Phrygians. Neither is them. Still allied in Macedon. Argos serves Phrygia, its tributary. Megara, tributary of Phrygia. Athens, tributary of Phrygia. But I recall that Athens is the one that's the least loyal out of all of them. Well, it was, but in time. Athens, that's only if that man does some stupid things and whatnot. But again, they're outside our diplomatic range. We can't do anything about them. But I sometimes wish we got to get Athens into our side, which would be a first step to our foothold in Greece. But let me ask you people a question right here, right now, in case if you're watching more. This series is getting good. Originally, I intended to be a mini-series, but clearly, we completed our major goal of this series, and that is to unite all of Magna Graecia, as you see on the map. But the question is, now that the Menander update is near, and mind you, I'm recording it on July 19th, a day before the birthday of Alexander the Great. And I want to say, do you want me to continue on this series all the way to the end before I do the Massalian series later in fall? Or should we just go to the, like as soon as the Menander update comes out, and you want me to, well, stop the series right away and go for the Massalian series, which I have promised you people. But either way, it's going to be all good. But for me, I think I'm leaning toward the former, because I feel that this series is just, we're just getting started. I mean, look at the timeline we're on. Still in the 200s. We're just getting started here. It's not even 100 years yet. And the series is getting more and more interesting, especially with Rome on the ropes now. And if we get more manpower, which we will in due time, then we could just knock them out. And when we become a major power, and figure out what we could do from here, especially when dealing with Carthage, and possibly our entry into Greece against Phrygia, which I don't know who the hell is going to beat them. Unless we could get Egypt on our side, a trading partner, which they don't particularly like us because of, well, understandably, the aggressive expansion. Anyway, set sail to Cyrenaica. They may call us soon. Now they're going to get more troops, as they're going to be taking a city. Are you sure? Outside of the naval range. It is? Hell. Well, we don't could have landed that way, but these areas, we have a naval range. This area is not. The Egyptian Sea. Are you sure you can do it? I mean, we could help you. We don't want to hang around the coast any longer. Otherwise, we'll be heading back to Syracuse, the nearest port. Sometimes I wish it was this one, but it's not to be. I mean, think of the ships that we'd have to repair. I mean, can we at least have military access to land our ships there for repairs? While our armies will have to sit there and do nothing? So in the meantime, oh, there's enough for all of us. More trade. Alright, well, we're all present. We're not getting food here, because this is not friendly territory. We'll be out of here soon enough. Macedon, you too. Give me one more month to make a decision, then we're gonna get out of here. Nephew of the vassals of the Seleucid Empire. At the beginning of October, we're leaving, since you are not participating. Since you don't want us to participate in your civil war. Very well. We understand. Which means, gentlemen, time to start making some more money. We're gonna get out of here now. If you don't want us, well then, it's fine. Get us back to Syracuse, nearest port, and remain there for a time being. Right, now let's start focusing at the here and now. As long as Rome doesn't do anything stupid. And with Rome as a regional power, they've ditched Dalmatia as an ally, as they're currently at war with the other, are they Illyrians? The Illyrians? Yes, Illyrian tribes fighting one another, even though they're kind of separate. And Detonia, Detonia is what separates them. Oh no, they're at war as well. But they're allies. I see. So you could say there's a war going on in today's parts of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes, correct. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Middle Ilaria. Now, I had an interest on those guys, but we fought, we've improved relations. I would have loved them to have a tribal vassal. Get them to be civilized and whatnot, but that's impossible now. And thanks to my zeal, the war exhaustion will start going down now. And since we have a man from the populist faction running things and has a high charisma, and with that charisma, a tyranny will go down a little faster. Alright, get us out of here. We hope you'll win, which I'm sure you will. Let me see. Your morale's not all the way. The rebels held their ground. That's because they have a better general than yours. Ah, we remember him. Oh, that position. Oh yes, we remember you. Do we want him to be the next Archon, or give it to somebody else? Oh, but what faction is Archimedes? He's still religious. Friend of the party, leader. I wish you were Archon one day, now that you're adopted into a family. That's a hell of a guy. I did say it would be interesting to have the religious faction in power, then this could be a step for Archimedes to become Archon. That's what I would love to see. Yeah, give it to him. Even though there's already too many people from this particular family, which makes it the most prestigious family out of all of them. The Agathokid. The family of the Republic. Now let's start building farms, shall we? Now that we're getting a lot of money. Soon the army minutes will be even lower once they finish reinforcing. There's already a farm here. The farm here. And here. Again, they're both livestock, so I guess we'll be exporting more livestock. Where else? These two. It's all grain, and we already have a lot of slaves there. Now the forts in the cities. So I guess we'll have to build forts, and then later take some of them down. Especially the biggest one, Croton. Oh, that has to have a fortress. Just a cheaper. These fortresses are going to take a few years to finish them. Once they're done, then we advance to down here. And take some of them down afterwards. Oh, especially this. We don't need this one. Used to be a border fortress, but not anymore. Same for this area. We're just opening up a lot of empty land. And we'll probably build one more fortress up here. This would be the border fortress. This will do. I didn't get a good look at the other buildings that the Romans had left. This city's got 2 forums. They were going for freemen. Neapolis has 2 training camps and a theater. Capie, the former Capua, 2 more training camps. Here it's got a forum, library, marketplace. It had a theater. The city under our control? Nothing. Same population numbers as this one. Whoops. Okay. There's enough room for all of you. Take that road up. Speaking of road, maybe that's something you should do. Connect the road. That road they stopped short here, so use Phylacteria to connect the road to that. Whichever way is fastest. In fact, new task. Stand over here. And we'll start building a road from there. Poor harvest. Low statesmanship. Have an advisor of low statesmanship. Now who's that? Him? It is him. Don't need to be corrupt. But again, I put him there so it'll have an impact in the Senate. Thinking about taking that down too. I forgot we have that city too. Oh geez, so many cities. So many cities means that's a lot of manpower population to grow. And money to be made too during peacetime. And the technologies are more expensive than ever. The honorable people of Syracuse have turned out in droves to see the renowned General Archimedes that lead his troops to greater glories. A delegation of Syracuse has requested the honor of sending the number of young men to join the army of Archimedes. Setting their virtual fanaticism is a great boon during warfare. So he's got some loyalists. Well, he is a great man, so let him have it. Great temple in Rhodos sacked by Egypt. Well, I like Egypt, but they did that to Rhodes. Bastards. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be taking a lot of that coast. Are they that desperate? No. Never trade with our enemy. They haven't gone to war yet. But they're already recovering their manpower faster than we will. But we still have our allies. Which we will never want to let go. This coalition that defeated Rome. Become more disloyal than ever. Storm's hitting the land. this coming winter we'll be calling upon Hades to give us more national tax. How many cohorts does the 8th have? They're almost full. But now they got way more light infantry. Too many cohorts than it needs to be now. Archimedes, you've gone strong. And you got one heavy infantry with you. Alright, connect the road, whichever way is the fastest way to this way to connect the road from there. We'll still make more money. I mean, it takes 3 months to build a road. While we'll take a few more years to build our farms and a few more fortresses. And mind you, we have a bad research ratio because, well, due to the tyranny, I think there are far more slaves than there are humans. Yep, way too many slaves. Can you imagine a massive slave revolt that could happen? That's the flaw of having too much tyranny, because of the national slave output. We need more freemen and more citizens. Especially that some of those slaves are Romans that we took it from them. Haven't gone to war yet. If they dare attack little, then we will fight back. We will retaliate. Just keep opening up your pockets, people. More trade means a lot more commerce. And here comes more taxes. Just the way I like it. How you doing, Sarnaka? Well, Loyalist army is going to try to take the city back. I believe that's the capital of the rebellion, right? Well, where's their rebel army? Lose sight of them? And yet you still haven't called for us, which will be there in a heartbeat. Sending Archimedes to that to deal with that matter, if that were to occur. Road's about to be finished. Alright, road's connected. So there's your fastest route to the front line there. Now we have a road that's connected from Taurus to Rome to Ventilonia. So there you have it. Hey, this way. Because we need you to, well, connect the road a bit to there as well. Whatever way's the fastest. Hemp for Athens. Alright, now we're starting to get more manpower now. Finally getting a reserve. Spin it for more naval range. I need to see. There we go. Now we have naval range for this part. Can only go as far as the Balearic Islands. We can go all to the Adriatic now. And we can only go as far east as Corinth. And those areas that were formerly Spartan. Even as far as Crete. Western Crete. Alright, we're done road building. Okay, the farms are finished. The fruits of Apulia. Apulia is one of the more fertile regions, fertile provinces of Magna Graecia, and with the right support, its farms could feed the entire region. Bread and circuses. Particularly rich harvests that created food surplus larger than what our local food storage can handle. This is a gold opportunity to do something for the people of Magna Graecia and redistribute the produce among those that need it the most. Yes. The province would lose a lot of food. Wait a minute, we're spending food here? Oh, it's fine. We have a granary, you know. Granary in Magna Graecia would be disabled, though, if we choose to go that way. Okay, hold on here. Shift this. Oh, I have to have 900 gold and a greater 2 granary buildings in the city. Well, I need that option too. Okay. Not a granary it is. Apparently this will be the region where we keep all the food in there. Advanced stages of the venereal disease. Cancer. He was the head of the family. Is Archimedes the new head of the family? No, it's him. And his health isn't at the right place. I mean, once he dies, then Archimedes comes to the family. Why aren't you married yet? If you want this family to survive, you gotta have a wife. You gotta have children. Think of the people of your generation. And I cannot think of anyone else who would have that job. Because look, you've got no one else. And that man could, what kind of job we ought to give him? Statesmanship is terrible. And plus, you know, he's gonna get antsy with that scorned family thing. Oh, just give it to him. Don't care if he's not good at it. Here you go, Polycarp. You know, it's not really for you, but you are said to be zealous. Fortresses will be done later this year. As we'll continue to produce way more money now. And I was thinking about the rebels. I was thinking about, well, connect the coast too. So I have another road, just go from there and ride along the coast bypassing Pompeii. New post, and there you go, connected. I think we could do that, just go to here. So this is where the crossroads is, apparently. And eventually we're going to have a northern road leading to here, and a southern road to there. And then connected. The former Archon succumbed to lunacy. The Agatho Kid family are dropping like flies. Generations of wiping out, being wiped out. Too bad we can't get more sense. Oh, just call. In case you got nothing else. And plus, save up some money, because that's a requirement from the mission. You gotta have at least 900 gold. Okay, spend little, then you have to. Don't build that road! Once these fortresses are done, complete the mission, and take down some of them. Keep one in Croton, because we consider that area as a soft underbelly in case of Carthaginian invasion or something similar. Hate to have that area go down. And be sure to have a road connecting to there as well. Roads, roads, roads. Is that all you could think of? Not the island of Rhodes. No, these guys are goners. Just don't do anything tyrannical at all. Nobody wants that. What you doing here, Massalia? You didn't call us. We could have helped you and intervened. I would have done it. But you chose not to. Mediterranean sea trade established. So maritime trade has been a livelihood for the people of Calabria for generations. With the right clergy, we could make this grow into a wealthy urban area. So there'll be 2 citizens in each of the 5 cities of the province. You've got it. 2 markets in each ports. Marketplaces. That's what it needs. Okay, now take them down. Make some room. This area can go. This fortress can go. We don't need this one. Neither is that. This for keeps because of the strait. And Croton stays because this is a new capital of the province. So you want 2 marketplaces. Very well. That's what they mean. 2 markets. If there's room. Which there is plenty. What's the result going to be after this? Import routes, alright. Now let's just save up some money. So that'll take a full year to have 2 marketplaces in each city. Just don't spend anything. Unless it's absolutely required. But it looks like we'll have a man from the Civic faction to run things. Fair enough. That would mean more taxes. Hell, give it to them. The frickin' civic faction people. That is not an Earth, okay? There's too many of them. Civics... God dang it. There's too many of them. They're so popular. Ah, here's a man, but low statesman, low charisma. He's a Lucanian, not a Talentum. Just give it to him. Wait a minute, no influence? Okay, fine. Yeah, it was him, and he was from the religious faction. But I guess we won't have the religious faction running things, so instead, give it to him. Gee, that's corrupt. Also, I should activate this just to lower the populist faction influence so we won't meddle in those affairs anymore. Just to make damn sure. It's not until 2 years if we wish to start integrating with them, but I will do that if we enter into Talia through Lactium. Then we'll consider integrating. Carthage? What was Carthage doing? Does not have peace treaties with everyone. Maybe they intervened in some of these wars, I don't know. Or stopping a civil war. I recall those guys from up north had a civil war. Yeah, this episode's largely focused on, you know, improving the economy and infrastructure. Man, we got a lot of work to do. But save 900 gold. Cancel this one. Because that rewards just Freeman happiness. And that city's going to be a food depot. That's a good one. Hence the reason why we have a level 2 fortress there. Strategically important. That's where all the food is. There's the first set of marketplaces done, so we'll get on some more. What's my marshal? 4. This one. Oh, you... Well, Archimedes, have you gotten married yet? Oh, now he's become monotonous. Which means if he's a ruler, then, well, it's not going to be too popular if he were to be Archon in the future. But he's got a lot of money. And he's been gambling too. And the fact that he's general. He's already got 2 friends. Remove one and have Archimedes as a friend. He's the most important general right now. Bountiful olives. Massive olives. And Catene. Just say that we're thankful for Earth Eater's blessing. More omen power, that means more taxes! Sometimes I get a little theatrical for such things. And that money we make right now is incomparable. Are we not importing camels anymore? Because it seems I noticed that number's a bit off. Which camels are from? Where do you think camels come from? I'm talking about is there not a single trade good that concerns camels? Do we not have camels anymore? No. Calabria? No. Syracuse? No. No. My goodness, we're not importing camels anymore. Again, I know the odd number's a bit off, but... Storm Fiend. Good thing that we haven't named it done. Just as when we're about to elect that man. Oh, and by the way, for old Archimedes here, just favorite him, so that way I would know his loyalty and his conditions. Get the money! Okay, marketplaces are about to finish. Let it finish. Then we'll make advances. Woo boy! Alright. The Granary of Magna Graecia. With the growth of the agriculture markets of Puglia, it is quickly earning itself the nickname the Granary of Magna Graecia. This is an ideal spot for a state food depot, where a place where our armies can restock before going on long campaigns for all of Puglia. That's for again, we're highlighting it for reference. You would know where to retreat, huh? Alright, here you go. This will disable that, because that Freeman happiness is a bit underwhelming for me. Oh, port markets. By expanding the commercial districts in Calabria, we can greatly expand its role as a major center for overseas trade. That's more local import routes here. Get us some camels if you can. I cannot. Because nobody's given us camels. What happened to the camels of Egypt? Did they all exported out of there? Where do camels live? There they are. What gives? You're producing, but not enough slaves, I assume, for camels to have. Oh well. You already got this cloth. Anything else? Damn, I was looking for wood. No spice, no honey. Freeman happiness. Look for it. You got fish, right? Well, let's get some more. From Bosporan Kingdom. You know, that's just for more food, but I must have misread the label. That's for capital and exporting. I think you've already exported some of that. Right, what's next? Because we've branched off into 3 more. Importing horses. 800 gold. That's for one thing there. Expand trade in Tarentum. Invest new trade. It's 3 new trade routes, so that's very easy. Shipyards of Croton. We do have the wood, but no foundry buildings. Son of a... Okay, not only it's place of markets, apparently we're going to make it an industrial place. Because these are the foundries here. Rules my will. So that'll take us more than a year to have them all for the Shipyards of Croton, and it will lead us to a flagship. So heavy ships, including one mega galley, which of course we do not have the ability to have that because we're not there yet. Need more military experience. But in the meantime, I'll import horses in Apulia. Ditch the hemp. Horses, not steppe horses. They're all concerned about losing their capital bonus. Not willing to give up capital bonus. Nope, none of them. Okay, put it back. My mistake. And this thing will have to be dealt with some other time. Especially that, you know, it would do a lot more good for our capital than to go down to Sicily to work on that. So this horses thing, that probably won't happen because nobody wants to give them horses. And what the... Sardinia has grown to regional power. Rome's quiet at the moment. There's what's left of Macedon. I was about to say, is Macedon no longer exists? Well, they will soon be no longer existing. Heck, we'll probably use that for more import routes since that place has become more. Hell, we should do the same thing with Syracuse. That place is also important because the copper shield of Athena is there. Not to mention second biggest city, I think. Tribal chief. Sure, why not? Okay. Nice business investments there. Have another one there. This is a free province investment, so we're investing in both. And now you have to pay political influence if you want to do more of these. Syracuse and Calabria. Pretty important places. While the rebellion in Cyrenaica continues. While they want more resources that they have been deprived from. Carthage remains strangely quiet. You haven't made any friends, have you? We got you under guarantees. No one's gonna attack you. So I'm well aware. Sure, we'll continue to improve relations one day and we'll make you a tribal vassal. If we can. If we can get rid of that aggressive expansion and the tyranny and everything in between. This July. About to make some more money. While Alexander's limited, he could still be a hater as much as he'd like. National commerce up with the civic events. Slaves needed for surplus reduced. That'll do. Because we want to export more trade goods. At big time cost. Gee, we're 2 levels ahead out of this one? Oof. By the way, here we can do these integration laws now. And if we choose to rights nobility, then that would give us access to have a decision that we could make it an aristocracy. And we could be a theocratic republic, apparently, because we have one of the two things, and high enough religious events. Which, why on earth we want to do that? Theocratic republic. We know we are Zeus's chosen people, the Italians, but we wouldn't go that far. We want to stay that way as a plutocratic republic. More so than ever. We're going to let the civic faction run things. Even though that man's suffering from arthritis, but he's very healthy. I just sent some Roman man. At least no tyranny that we haven't done. Brother of the Admiral. National tax up, and we got a lot of finesse coming from that man. That is excellent. We could, you know, make so much gold that we could build as many roads as we want. Hell, rebuild the Navy. Put you there. As for this. Now you're just some, you know, not famous families. So we'll put you there. Again, we put you there because of that scorned family. And we hate to have, you know, a really scorned family. If only Archimedes is head of that family that he's been adopted to. But, oh well. What can you do? If we could spend a lot of money on research. But the tyranny is now going down slowly because of slowly lacking of charisma, so spend it on that. So just enjoy this prosperous time. No slaves allowed on the Senate floor. We don't want to start any tyranny and whatnot. 65 max? What's theirs? Less. Good. Especially that we took some cities that had training camps. But if we want to hit them where it hurts in the future, well, we have to take Latium. Because that's where the big cities are. Barbarians. What are they doing? Still intervening in other people's wars, I see. From Cyrenaica. We could help you. Make you a tribal vassal, get you civilized. Because you could be our powerful ally in the future for the Illyrians. One day. More stability means more commerce income and research. Still making friends, have you? Gee, everybody wants some trade goods. It's a good thing that we lowered the slaves needed for surplus, thus creating more opportunities to make more money. And lower the army maintenance cost more, thanks to the exporting of salt. Tributes ain't much, but it'll do. 300 each. How much did they get? 200. Or basically playing catch up of who's got the max manpower. Foundry's finished. Shipyards of Croton. The port of Croton will make a perfect naval base and center for ship production in Magna Graecia, if we are willing to provide the necessary support. Now, construct a flagship. Okay, I guess I must have misread that. So it'll take 185 days to complete. We're used to the 180 days. We'll spend the money. We'll have a navy. It will consist of 5 heavy ships, including 1 mega galley. So we should make use of our expanded port and shipyards to construct a series of flagships, giant vessels that will be the pride of our navy, and that would allow us to project power overseas more efficiently. Well, we always wanted to improve the navy. I was thinking about that as we were making more money. That is to rebuild our navy. So get the Croton. That's your new naval base, apparently. That's what it says anyhow. We won't do this, but we'll start messing with this a bit. Gotta get new trade routes in Tarentum. Earn us half each month. Excellent. How many lower cohorts do you have? Because I assume you don't have much, and I thought it would be ripe for you to start drilling a little. Either that or build roads. And I'll be sure to start building up the strength of the 3rd Army, or 8 Stratos as it's called. Since we have 20,000, it's 20,000 land, so maybe we gotta get you up to 20,000. Preferably a few more horse archers and 2 elephants. Because I thought of priority. Every army has to have elephant support. Like we got 6 in this one, that's where most of the elephants will be. Well, I can imagine put 2 more elephants here, and 2 more there. Every army has to have elephant support, knowing how effective they were against the Roman legions. It's going to be done in July. just shaking my head of how amazing the money we make. Just hold on, I'm about to mess with the economy just a tad bit, just for demonstration purposes. Let's get our Navy built up. Flagships completed. It is with great pride that the shipbuilders of Croton have let us know that our new flagships are ready to be taken to use. These new Titans of the Sea will undoubtedly be very useful to our Navy, but before they are taken into service, they will serve our purposes in internal politics. The birthing ceremony cannot be held by anyone but our ruler himself, but the maiden voyage will require a commander, and a great honor and a boon that many families would value highly. Oh, not that man. He ain't good. Who's Theophastrus? Nikephoros. It's familiar. That man? That goph? The man has cancer. And instead, have some Roman to run things. Who is he? Posthumous. Posthumous. The alphabetical order, genius. Starts with the letter P. Posthumous. The man who's in prison? He's loyal, but obviously prison conditions haven't done much for him. Well, I'll just name him as such, but however, okay, we got 4 octaries and 1 megapoliry. The biggest of the big. Go to them. Link up with the Navy. Leonid troops mobilized. Head of the Leonid family is utterly fed up with the situation. He's begun mobilizing the local forces in the city of Tarsus. Whilst matters are not hostile yet, such an act could provoke civil war if left unattended. Those son of a... Man's got disloyal troops. He's still plotting quietly. That man needs to be stopped. I don't want to lose any more tyranny. But I believe the age will be the end of him. There we go. 69 ships. Again, we've lost so many Liburnians, but we got a lot of triremes, some of which captured from the Illyrian fleets from the Adriatic actions. Just wait, alright? We're still in the building process. So we got our flagship. So let's start messing with the trade routes a little. Get rid of this one. We'll put one in. Again, we'll put these back soon. I mean, don't we have enough livestock around here? No. Okay, there's a new trade routes. Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Yes. There's many more you could choose, but Egypt is much preferable. Especially Memphis. How about some cloth? More cloth. Surplus. That's 3 new trade routes, is that correct? Invest in new trade routes in Tarentum. Open new routes. By new, I mean, how much is that? And we can't spend more of this because this has already been used. Oh dear. Anyways, all these buildings that you could build. 2 fortresses, 2 marketplaces, 2. Build a granary since there's so many people here. And build a library. Should have a bit more citizens and freemen around here. Tributary influx. There has been recently a large influx of Crontonian traders and travelers visiting Reagan. As Britannia is under our protection, they have opened up and tried to become more friendly and well known throughout the region, as both sides starting to see the benefits of this relationship. We should try to make a decision on what kind of lives are going to set or influence in Reagan. We will only accept merchants in the city. Thank you. That's what having a tributary is for. So we'll have a granary, we'll have a library. We have populations near capacity. Simply for the sake of it, build a temple, then another aqueduct. Here's another marketplace. And another training camp. We only have 1 economy. Why don't we have a mill? Basically, any structure that you could think of, except maybe for the foundry, is in this city. A call to arms from Massalia. What's going on over there? You're on a losing... Your city is lost. Those bastards. Well, it's about time. Archimedes could be. Look, you did your job, but need a man from the religious faction. Okay, we'll be there, but it's going to take a while. So, in a major war, this is what the maintenance will look like, fully mobilized. So, but, however, these guys that they're up against, who are you against? So, yes, they do have a navy now. They could be overwhelmed, so we will help them out. We'll be sending Archimedes. Go pick them up. For now, you are the strongest army out there. Perhaps maybe you'll have a good shot at running the country. Maybe we'll spend our money on increasing the navy size. Just wait till the morale goes all the way up, then we'll go finally. Once this whole thing is done. Because I need to get the Liburnians back. I need to get the Tributaries to 20 some odd. And more octaves. Not to mention it'll help you get the military experience up. Even though the war exhaustion is hardly changing, so that keeps up with the said experience. Okay. I think I figured it out, but it's going to take a while for me to implement that. And watch out for that man. He's an outraged family and aristocrat. Salians are about to be gone. They got no fort. Well, they're about to finish the fort. It's just hope they stay for long. Otherwise, well, Massalian Greeks are gone, and this expedition will be for nothing. Again, I still believe the old age will get him before we do. Get to your ships. They're gone. No, you're looking at the wrong area. Lost sight of them. They could be negotiating right now. And they, with that province occupied, then that means, yes indeed, Massalia has fallen. Turn around. Massalia is lost. Reason I say that, well maybe this way, the reason I say that is because by the time we get there, like when we put our boots to the ground, sandals to the ground you should say, then they would already sign the peace treaty. Let's tax for one more. And then we'll be ready for the major war against Rome again, for the time being. And all you need is a casus belli to start the said war. So I may want to fabricate the claim onto Latium for future reference. Their navy size is reduced, but we want to create a strong navy in order to match the Carthaginian navy. We can occupy all these areas easily. But it would be better just to start liberating before they control all of that. That's it. They retained their country, but they've lost the war. Well, the next time if you are ever attacked, we'll be there. Turn around. Once you're there, we'll start spending our money on building a navy soon. A big navy. Yeah, we'll be in the lead for most manpower, which means we can last a major war for a long time. Sally has no navy, but do not worry, we have our own navy, which sooner or later will be much more effective. But at least we got a mega galley now, something that the Carthaginians do not have. We have a religious faction around that means more Roman power, which means more taxes with this current blessing we have. But do invest in technologies while you're at it. This will be useful. That too, since we're going to become more naval intensive. Yeah, one more. And then we'll soon start investing in the Navy in the next episode. Yeah, that's what we mean. It's a good thing we made all these investments. Yeah, we'll sit there, continue with the manpower reserve building, and a lot of ships being built in the next episode. And soon we'll have a man from the religious faction running the country. Everything is going to be beneficial to the country. And then we ought to figure out with, what do you mean by invest in new trade routes in Tarentum? Does it mean locally, not from out there? Just a piece, Nicoforos. Good man. Make sure this all goes away. So that way countries will look at us more positively. Nearchus. Oh, scorned family. We got 2 scorned families now. Right. Well, we'll have them dealt with and everything else in the next episode for Magna Graecia, Tarentum. As peace and prosperity will continue, and we'll try to influence other countries, and then soon a war with Rome again to knock them out as a regional power as well. But in actuality, we want Latium to hit them where it hurts, hit them where they get their vast majority of their economy and manpower from. They still got their allies, but however, we'll be in a very good position. Well, not where the armies stand right now, because we will soon be investing more of the Navy, and a little bit of the roads too, as well as the build-up of other parts of the armies where it needs to be. Yeah, all that and more. So, we'll stop this episode right now, as the marketplace has been finished. And a few more buildings to be built in Taurus, and many more things will be building and going on up as the economy improves and whatnot. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Peace and prosperity will continue on the next. But until then, so long for now.